The story, Fateful Lies. The hospital room was quiet, save for the faint beeping of machines. Liana slowly opened her eyes, the harsh light above her head making her wince. A man stood by her side, looking relieved, but worried at the same time. "You're awake," he said gently. Liana blinked a few times, trying to place his face. "Who are you?" The man hesitated before answering. "I'm Ethan, your boyfriend." Boyfriend? The word felt foreign in her mouth. She tried to reach into her memories but found nothing, just emptiness. Days passed, and Liana grew more accustomed to Ethan's presence. He was attentive, always there when she needed him. But something nagged at her. There were no photos of them together, no memories to hold on to. Every time she asked about their past, Ethan would give vague answers, deflecting her curiosity. Meanwhile, in the background of this tender care was a dark secret. Ethan wasn't Liana's boyfriend. He had never been. In fact, Liana had been in a long-term relationship with his cousin, Damien, a powerful and wealthy businessman. Damien had everything: charm, success, and a magnetic aura that drew people in. But he had also been playing a dangerous game. Damien was the classic image of the domineering CEO. He had been with Liana for years, but his feelings for her had changed. As he built his empire, he met Clara, a sweet and kind-hearted woman. Clara was nothing like Liana. She was simple, honest, and didn't care about Damien's money. He became infatuated with her. Despite his growing feelings for Clara, Damien never let Liana go. He kept both women in his life, never officially ending things with Liana. It was a delicate balance, and Liana, unaware of Clara's existence, trusted Damien blindly. That was until the accident. When Ethan found out about Liana's accident, he saw it as his chance. He had loved Liana from afar since high school, but never acted on it because of Damien. Now, with Liana's memory wiped clean, Ethan made a bold decision. He would tell her that they were a couple. Liana, confused and vulnerable, had no choice but to believe him. She relied on him for everything. And over time, she began to develop feelings for Ethan. He wasn't like the man she faintly remembered in her dreams. He was kind, patient, and loving. But something still felt off. Damien, having finally decided to pursue Clara seriously, announced his engagement. He didn't care what his family thought. He was going to marry Clara. For the first time in his life, he felt he had found someone who loved him for who he was, not his wealth. Ethan, feeling confident that Liana was fully his now, decided to take her to the engagement party. Liana had no idea who Damien was, and Ethan intended to keep it that way. When they arrived, all eyes were on them. Damien's heart raced when he saw Liana. She was more beautiful than ever. As she approached him with a polite smile, Damien felt a pang of regret. "Congratulations," Liana said softly, her voice calm and distant. Damien stared at her, his heart torn. "You don't remember me, do you?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Liana shook her head. "No, I'm sorry." Seeing Liana with Ethan ignited a fury in Damien. He felt betrayed by his cousin. Liana had been his, and even though he was with Clara, he couldn't let go of the idea that Liana belonged to him. He began plotting ways to win her back. Damien manipulated situations to get Liana alone, reminding her of their past. He showed her old photos, hoping something would trigger her memory. But nothing worked. Liana's feelings for Ethan were growing stronger, and she remained loyal to him. One night, Damien cornered her. "You don't belong with Ethan," he said coldly. "You were mine first." Liana looked at him, confused. "I'm with Ethan now. Even if I don't remember everything, my heart tells me I'm with the right person." Ethan couldn't bear the guilt any longer. He told Liana the truth about their fake relationship, his feelings for her, and how he had lied to protect her from the pain of her past with Damien. He begged for her forgiveness, promising to earn her love the right way. Liana was hurt by the revelation but appreciated Ethan's honesty. She needed time to process everything, and Ethan agreed to give her space. but he didn't stop showing her how much he cared. Slowly, Liana realized that Ethan's love was genuine, even if it had started with a lie. Weeks passed, and Liana observed Ethan's sincerity. He was patient, never pressuring her, always there for her. She could see how much he truly loved her. One evening, as they stood under the stars, Liana turned to Ethan. "I forgive you," she said softly, "and I want to give us a real chance." Ethan's eyes filled with tears as he pulled her into his arms. For the first time, their relationship was real, built on trust and love. Meanwhile, Clara, after learning of Damien's manipulative behavior, ended their relationship. She couldn't be with a man who was still hung up on someone else. Heartbroken but determined, she focused on her career and moved on with her life. Damien, left with nothing, realized too late that his selfishness had cost him both Liana and Clara. Alone, he watched as everyone else moved forward, leaving him behind.